Okay, so despite the clickbaity title, I think you really do need a ukulele capo. I think they're just indispensable for playing this instrument. Let me demonstrate a few things here. All right, let's say you wanted to play in the key of D. Well, with the capo on 2, you can think C, play all these typical chords, F, G, C, but of course, you're sounding in the key of D. G, and A, and D. So it seems obvious, but without this capo, to execute that in the key of D would be difficult. You know, you'd be doing bars like this, using your first finger all the way across. Okay. Now this one's not too bad. You'd be thinking F, but sounding in G. Again, you have to bar with this finger. But then this one, oh my gosh. Seriously, you're gonna finger it like this? That's ridiculous, really. I mean, it can be done, but to try and play a song at speed and be shifting into this shape, forget about it, you know? So really, just get a capo and it just makes things so much more doable. And then obviously you can pick the key that you want. You can go way up if you wanted to, capo 5. I mean, with the ukulele being so high pitched, it puts it, you know, way up in really a high sounding position here. Obviously you could capo even higher. There's a point where it gets, you know, perhaps unusable because it's so high up here. But really, to be able to capo at 1, 2, 3, you know, and on up to change the key, I think is just indispensable. What we have here is a Planet Waves capo. It's a little more pricey than some of the cheap ones, but it's got this adjustable wheel here so you can take the tension, put the tension on exactly as much as you need without overdoing it. So I like that feature in this capo. Obviously you can hear it, so that's not tight enough. We've got a buzz going on. Just crank it down a little more till we get a nice clear note. Okay, there are other things you can do with capos, like only capo partially, such as this, you know, where you're capoing 3 out of the 4 strings. But that's rare that you would need to do that or want to do that. So I just think anybody playing uke, get a capo. Doesn't have to be this model. You don't have to spend this much. You can get, you know, a cheaper clamp-on kind off Amazon. I think they're maybe $5, $6, $7. I can't remember what I paid for this. Obviously more than that, but I think it's worth it. So do yourself a favor if you're a uke player, get a capo, and I'm sure it will come in handy if you're trying to play songs in their original key or playing along, you know, with another instrument, guitar, whatever. And it allows you to keep the shapes that you're used to learning and playing in the right key that you want to. One other thing I'll mention is that when you capo up, you probably need to retune so that if the capo stretches the strings a little bit, you can retune to get it right in there perfectly. Oftentimes, you know, when I tune after the capo's on and I tune and I pop the capo off, might be a little bit out. So our A string's a little bit flat. Okay, so really 2 important things. A tuner, some sort of tuner, and a capo, I feel is pretty necessary to play the ukulele as a viable instrument. All right, just my opinion on that. Feel free to disagree, but Man, some of these chords without the capo are just ridiculous to try and finger. I mean, forget about it. All right, that's it. Thanks for checking it out. Bye-bye.